Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a VK7501K. It's a Tier 8 German premium heavy tank. It's located on the eastbourne of Airfield and it's under the command of bublus of OLIMP. Well, this was the turret that was eventually going to go onto the Löwe, as far as we know. Well, that's what they said. Apparently it was a prototype that never actually got made, but it was proposed in June of 1942 as a development of the VK7001 Löwe. It's a rear turret. I believe it wasn't actually originally proposed as a rear turret tank, but the one in the game is actually armed with a 128mm main gun, doing 490 alpha and 226mm of pen with standard ammo, and with the premium rounds it's 263. Now this tank has the best alpha of all of the tanks at tier 8 at 490, apart from the SU-130PM. You could say it's the best heavy tank at tier 8. Rear mounted turret has a very strong upper plate, a very strong turret, except for the roof, which is actually very weak. It's only 40mm thick, and it looks like the Skoda managed to find a weak spot, which of course is that cupola, as well as the roof, which is only 40mm, which can be overmatched by 122mm guns. Okay, can he reload in time to get a shot into the Löwe? Yes, he does, into the engine bay as well. 464, which is a low roll. Standard reload is 17.07 seconds. This is the major Achilles heel on this tank, because even though bublus has got a reload time of 15.02 seconds, it's the DPM of this tank which is pretty poor for a heavy tank, and therefore it does suffer in fight-offs between it and other heavies. Yes, that Löwe's got a better reload rate, but of course he's only got a 105mm gun, and now he's out the game. Yes, the 128mm does make a big difference. This tank was originally supposed to have a 15cm main gun, which would have been even more deadly to the enemy. But of course it probably would have been a longer reload as well. Now there are two Arty on either team. He's side scraping for all he's worth. And he's got a nice hit there, high roll for 515. The TS5's moved ahead of him. Now he can block a lot of shots because he's actually got his cupola on the right side of the tank to do that. And now we've just got to put shells into the lower plate of that T28 and he's out the game. We did take one hit for 320, which kind of indicates that he's probably got the 105mm gun, or rather he did, but he's now out the game. Okay, moving on. Going to support the TS as he goes through the Valley of Death. Well, it's not called the Valley of Death, but you know what I mean. Okay, hello. Yes, that's Skoda again, and we did get hit, but it didn't penetrate. Okay, there's a Shrek off there in the distance with his 100mm gun. The TS5's probably going to want to hold on this corner and let us do the work on the Skoda. There's Skoda. Oh, beautiful shot. Got him with just one into the upper plate, just went straight through. It's that penetration, you see, 263mm of pen. Okay, P43 to around the corner, but it's the Oni who's coming up by that corner there. Oh, that was the enemy GW Panther. We pumped one into the turret of the Oni, but we took one back, but it's only 259. And that's the other enemy Arty, an SU-14 too. Oh, and the Shrek is still around, or at least he's letting us know he's still around. We pumped that one into our tracks. Okay, will the P43 Tur come out to play? Well, he's trying to take out the TS5, who is receiving Arty fire, so there must be one up in the corner at grid square D or C0, or C1 rather, and the other one is somewhere down by I think F1, because he was firing into an angle on the TS5. Okay, Oni. Yep, easily went through. No problem there. He's now up to 3,140 hit points of damage. Oh, the only hits us for 321. Not good, but let's push forward because the Oni's now in trouble because he's out the game. And we're going after the P43-2 if we can get the shots in before the TS5 does. Hello. Oh, no, we didn't. So the TS5 is going to have to go up there and deal with him. And in the meantime, we're going to try and get this Charioteer, who's actually just popped us in the tracks. Okay, I think the P43-2 is... Oh, we blocked another one from the Charioteer, and we blocked a shot from the Su-14 too. And the GW Panther's trying to hit us as well. And now we've potentially got a steel wall if we survive the game. And the enemy... Oh my god, the Charioteer on the enemy team just killed our TS5. So that did not go well, and the P43-2 is still there. Meanwhile, we can see this VK3001T on the other side of the battlefield. He goes out with one shot. There is a T25AT over there as well. And now the GW is splashing us. Gotta wait for that reload. We should be able to take out the P43-2 with just one shot. But we've got to worry about that Charioteer. Okay, there's the P43-2. Did see us. We're hovering here on the corner and we can see where the enemy Arty is. We just got a splash for 120. You can see it landed right next door to us. Now we're down to just 129 hit points of damage, hit points left rather. This tank does have a rather large hit pool, but if we keep getting hit by Arty, we're going to go out the game. And that T25AT there could be our next victim. And it is. And that's our 5th kill. Now let's see, can he survive the battle? There's only 6 enemies left, 2 Arty. So that's 4 tanks. The Charioteer, the Trek. Our guys are now moving through the center of the map. All we need to do is hold on this position here and block the P43-2 and the Charioteer from joining the enemy. Now the Charioteer might be coming around behind us, but the Myers 2 shielded to take him out. And he's gone. The Lorraine 15550 got him. And the P43-2 dies to the Progetto. So we can just sit here for the moment, but we do need to get one more kill, if we can, to get a Top Gun. Okay, there's the GW Panther. He's probably going to hit the teammate ahead of us. Oh, he went down. Okay, so that means there's only 3 enemies left. The Su-152, the Shrek, and the Su-14-2. Well, we need to get a move on now, because there's only the Shrek and the Su-14-2, so... Ideally, we need to take out one of the enemy from long range. Oh! The Shrek got us, but he goes down. And there's only one enemy left, and it won't be long until they find him, because he's probably in F1. He's very likely in F1. No, he's actually moved further south. He's actually in H1. But sadly, we're out the game, so no steel wall. And that's it. The game's over, and it's a victory. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the first ace tanker for bublus in the VK7501K. Yes, you can tell it's the first one he's got, because it's got the scrolls underneath. You only get that the first time. You also got a fighter effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. You got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually got 5, 1/3 of the enemy team, just one short of getting a Top Gun. He would have got that Top Gun if he'd shot the Shrek before the Shrek shot him, but sadly it was the other way round. And he also got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He managed to get 5 exactly, and he did get the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. His win rate 6,472, which is Super Unicum standard and a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was 3,559 hit points. The next highest scorer being the Skoda T56, who managed 2,314 on the enemy team. And then the Progetto 46 on our own team managed 2,216 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, yep, it's bublus again with 5 kills for him, 3 kills for the Progetto. 2 kills went to the T103 on his team, the Lorraine 15550, the IS-2 shielded, And on the enemy team, their Shrek and Charioteer both managed to get 2 kills, and unfortunately, the Shrek was also the one who killed bublus. When it came to base XP, bublus gets that one as well, so he got the top in all 3 columns. 1,411 went to bublus, 1,031 went to the Progetto 46, and the next highest after that was Lorraine 15550, who got a Confederate and 821 base XP, so he was a good player. And yes, he was just behind the other 2, who were the only ones managed to get over 1,000. So well done on those scores. 13 shots fired. It's a big gun. It does do a lot of damage. 11 direct hits on the enemy, 9 penetrations. He actually managed 3,559, of which 160 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see most of it was close range damage on the enemy. 14 hits received, only 5 of which actually penetrated, 9 non-penetrations, and most of the hits were coming in from Arty. He got hit multiple times by the enemy Arty in this game, 6 hits, and he blocked damage of 2,160 hit points in total. So he was in line for getting a steel wall, but for the fact, obviously, he died at the end of the game. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 1,483 hit points of spotting assist. Now, on a premium count, he actually earned 105,264 credits profit on this one, and he didn't have to pay for consumables either. And he also made 4,445 XP as well, so it was a decent game. The only problem, of course, was that he could have sat on that corner and let his teammates do all the necessary work, but he wanted that top gun, and unfortunately, the Shrek made him pay for it because he missed out on getting a medal, even though he wanted one more. So yeah, sometimes it's worth holding back and letting your teammates do most of the damage, especially if that Shrek had been distracted by another of our tanks coming in on him. Then he could have popped out then and try and take him out. But I think the Shrek wanted that kill, and he knew who was actually carrying his team, and it was bublus. So a very good game there for bublus. Congratulations on your first ace tanker. I hope you enjoyed that one. Bit of satisfaction. Even though you died, you did do a lot. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.